I-Team has details on the suspect in the shooting rampage. Who is this guy? WBC Chief Investigator Cheryl Fiadaca here with what she's uncovered so far. Cheryl?
Well, Lisa and David, we're learning his name, and his name is Tyler Brown. He's a 46-year-old man from Boston who I-Team sources say was shot by a state trooper, and he's no stranger to law enforcement. In fact, in 2020, he was charged with attempting to kill Boston police officers. This is a photo of Tyler Brown from an officer safety bulletin that went out this morning in Boston. At about 12:30, Boston police officers attempted to do a well-being check at his home in Dorchester after his parole officer reported that he made suicidal statements. He was also allegedly seen on FaceTime with an assault rifle and said he would use it. The bulletin also mentioned his phone was pinging in Cambridge. Shortly after the bulletin went out, these videos of Brown were taken on Memorial Drive. He's seen walking down in the middle of the street, terrorizing drivers, waving and shooting a long gun. Witnesses say he shot at cars and in the air before I-Team sources say a state trooper shot him and he was taken into custody. And we're working to learn more about Brown's condition. As for the attempted murder charge, in 2021, he was sentenced to 5 to 6 years in state prison, followed by probation, and was ordered to undergo mental health evaluations and treatment. David, Lisa?
Really valuable information. Cheryl, thank you.
Book of Ephesians 5, verse 15 and 16. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start as always by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, for this wisdom and knowledge. Kol halayim la, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakal Kodash, as well as a double honors, a respectful double honors upon to the elders and apostles of GMS, the many various men and camps of Great Millstone, whom I've learned and continue to learn this truth under. I'm the brother Allah Yahweh. Lord willing, this video be edifying. Basically a two-part video of star Missouri running back shot, okay, Ahmaud Hardy attending a concert, and then as well as you had this Cambridge, Massachusetts, quote-unquote shooting. And I was going to start with the running back because I work overnights. Just recently woke up, and the first thing I see on Reddit, the Boston, Massachusetts subreddit, is a shootout, okay? And I couldn't tell at first from how it was filmed. Let me go back to this. Okay, this was, I saw this first, and I couldn't tell what this guy's shooting looked like. But here we go. It's they got Jake, Israelite, looked to be of the Southern Kingdom, looked to be a Judite specifically, a so-called black man, lighting shit up in Cambridge. I'm not gonna say allegedly, but we not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. I'm gonna start with this. Let's cause this on one end, this nigga could just be crazy, shooting shit up. But on the other end, we know Esau, we know the devil, and that's the spirit, because the beloved elder Malcolm of GMS Chicago just last night said, he was bringing out, basically Edomite men, so-called WHITE men who knock off their own families, and they're being identified. And as soon as that information comes out, they prop Jacob, they prop the Israelites to be a man of terror. This man is the accuser of thy brethren, so we can't never trust what this news media be pumping out. But we'll give him, on this first scripture, the benefit of a doubt, because niggas is crazy too, but the information is a little suspect. Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. And we know the modern day sword is these guns, okay? So this could have been a disgruntled Jake, pissed off, whatever, shooting shit up. But through the spirit, I believe this is staged. And for Akim that don't know, I'm actually from Massachusetts. And they said in the video that this guy was from Dorchester, Mass, that's the hood. That's where Jake be at. That's where you got majority blacks, Judah, majority, Jamaicans, Benjamin, and then you got a lot of Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans down in Dorchester, Mass. But he's over here shooting up in Cambridge, which is where the University of Harvard is. Let's go to our map just so Akim can see. This is Boston right here. Okay, and we got Cambridge over here. And where this shooting took place was on Memorial Drive. So let's pin this and take a view of where Jake was allegedly lighting shit up at. This is the view right here. Look, you got all Edomites with they morning, is Boston. So they got their morning Dunkin' Donuts. They doing their little walk. You telling me a nigga that live in Dorchester is going to Cambridge to shoot shit up? And he's shooting at cars. I believe through the spirit, this is all staged. Okay, so let me pull this up again, and we gonna get some scriptures, man. This looks to be BS. So why I believe this is staged is niggas don't be in Cambridge like that, especially if you live in Dorchester. Okay. Number two, the person filming this could already be set up. Hey, go sit in this apartment and film and pretend like you're just a innocent, quote unquote, because we know nobody's innocent to judgment, an innocent bystander just filming this crazy ass ravaged nigga going on a rampage. Okay. And then it shows, because I cut the video, when you watch the full video, it appears that he got shot. He drops, but they say he was taken into custody. So he wasn't killed. He was shot. Basically, they could have been firing blanks and it could have all been staged. And then Jake could, just like they did that Donald Trump BS, like he pretended to get shot in his ear, which is madness. And people got such a short attention span, they done forgot that. He could have had a little fake blood pack in his chest and oozed it out as if he got shot and taken into custody. But I believe this to be staged. Okay, I did a video starting the year of called PSYOPs. Okay, false flags and PSYOPs. This looks to be a psychological operation. Why? Because Esau is the accuser of thy brethren. And just so we go, this is city data, Dorchester, Massachusetts. Let's look at the majority of residents in Dorchester, Mass, 30% Southern Kingdom, so-called blacks, so-called, mainly in Boston, so-called blacks, so-called Jamaicans and West Indies. And then 15% is Northern Kingdom, which majority of that is so-called Ephraimites. I mean, not so-called Puerto Ricans, the tribe of Ephraim, okay? That's the majority in Dorchester. That's where Jake be at. And then, Boston's Israelite city as well. You got a lot of Irish in Boston, which is also Israelites, Israelite foreigners that have the appearance of so-called white people, but really is Israelites. And you have a lot of Italians, okay, that are Israelites too. So Boston is flooded with Jake. But for the identifiable Israelites, Dorchester, Mattapan, that's where you're going to see the majority of our people posted up. And then Cambridge, this is where the Harvard University be at. This you seen, go back to Edomites running, walking their dog. Do you know how fucking expensive Cambridge, Massachusetts is, man? Look at the view. Boston, one of the most expensive cities in the world. So you telling me a so-called black man is going to jump from his crib posting, threatening posts and suicidal and violent posts in Dorchester, Mass, and then let me go shoot up some cars in Cambridge, Massachusetts over here. It don't make no damn sense. And he didn't get shot either, because if that was a real nigga shooting shit up, they would have popped him. Esau would have wasted no time. He would have got smoked. But they allegedly took him into custody. This is. Let me get this before I ramble too long. Let's get this 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. Esau's the devil at work. He don't sleep. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. For we are not ignorant of his devices. And this man uses his media, his TV, his witchcraft to produce a narrative. And going back to this city data, Cambridge is 53% Edomites, 53% white, as well as 20% Asian. You got Moab and Ammon, so-called Chinese, so-called Japanese. They're the overwhelming dominant majority. Jake only really make up a fifth of Cambridge, Massachusetts. So you gonna go from the hood in Dorchester to go shoot up cars in Cambridge. Hey, Esau gotta try better, man. We not ignorant. And let's get that again. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And let's pull up another one. Because really, ultimately, this man, and I might just split this video in half, and focus on the Ahmaud Hardy shooting in another video. This is what it is, man. Esau is being exposed. That's another video I want to do on him changing the search settings in YouTube. Basically, he's in the Blood Brother Yakinan Nawak did a video on that devil, Benjamin Netanyahu, okay, over in the land of is not real, speaking on in the land of Israel Knots, as the beloved elder Malcolm likes to say, talking about social media is, I believe he said it's the some type of eighth war, some type of eighth dimension of the battle. It's the eighth battle. Why? Because their narrative that TV isn't, old people be on TV. The internet is a lot faster. You can get information out a lot quicker. And these lies that Esau, Amalek chiefly, been standing on is starting to crumble. His house of cards is crumbling down. So he's going to come up with a lot of false flags, a lot of psyops, a lot of narratives, and really point the blame as these niggas. These niggas is the problem. It's not me. It's you niggas why I gotta lock shit down. You niggas is too violent, shooting shit up, okay? And ultimately, we know this is going to lead to the famine of the word. They going to clamp down, and you're not going to be able to read the Bible. You're not going to be able to see the teachers on the streets. We already see this with the King James Online Bible, the King James Bible Online. You can't even use that anymore, okay? Because it, quote unquote, got hacked. This is the time we're in where the devil, Esau, Edom, you so-called WHITEs who have built up your kingdom by way of bloodshed and the torture, death, and enslavement of the Israelites are being exposed, and you gonna have no choice but to come down with great wrath and accuse your twin brother, Jacob. Revelation 12, verse 10 through 12. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Hamashiach Yahushai. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. Esau, Edom, is the accuser of our brethren. He sets up these hoods. He sets up these ghettos. He sets up these trenches, these traps, these projects where we're stricken, no fathers in the home, nothing but drugs and blight and a lack of jobs. He lets the women get all the good, stable jobs so they not at home. They sending the kids into these wicked-ass school systems, and it destroys us as a people and then points the finger at us. Look at them. These niggas is drill rappers. That shit should be illegal. All these niggas is drug dealers. All the drugs don't grow here in America. Esau points the finger at our people as being wicked, which 2/3 of our people are wicked, but he's the gas behind it. He's the gas behind that flame. Okay, he's constantly accusing us, and hiding his crime scene and pointing at us. That's why he's going to want to take the prophets off the streets for exposing this man and his wickedness. Verse 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein. Dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And pretty soon, this is all a tool to enact fear, terror, and lockdowns. So ultimately, he can chip everyone the hell up. Hey, we gotta, these niggas is going ape. These niggas, these Ishmaelites, these so-called Arabs is getting too brolic. We got too many ops. We got too many oppositions in the country. We gonna need to enact further draconian surveillance on all of you and microchip you up so we know you're not a T to the ERRO, attacker. But really, this is all. Let's close off on this. The Lord is going to disappoint this man in his wicked devices. This is all a tool to enact terror, fear, because this looked like bullshit, man. Job 5 verse 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And part of this, beast microchip digital system is enacting fear, terror, okay, for further surveillance. And he's going to blame who? The Israelites, so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics. Look at these crazy niggas is shooting shit up. And he's going to use his media to, cultivate an image of our people being the face of terror, the face of everything bad. Nothing new. This man is always the accuser of thy brethren. But we're here to expose that. And hey, Lord willing, we ain't got too many days left in this wicked kingdom. This place is falling. And I'm going to do a part 2 on that Star Missouri running back shooting. I hope this was edifying. Hey, let's close how we started. We got to be circumspect. Ephesians 5 verse 15 and 16. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Going to be a lot of violence, a lot of false flags, a lot of psychological operations. But Lord willing, we be of the elect and we're not deceived of Satan and his wicked devices out here. I hope this was edifying. Stay circumspect. Shalom.